speak with you. How what does the Master nomination mean to you?
Oh yeah, what an honor. Yeah, it's pretty special. Obviously, thank you to those who voted for me for that. It means so much to me, and yeah, that's all I can say. What an honor. So.
Does it kind of validate, what you've gone through, going a year away from hockey to now, kind of like solidifying your spot as a regular, just kind of validate the process?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it feels good. It feels really good to have that, and just to look back. I think everyone has different journeys, but to look back and kind of see my path and my journey, and ultimately here we are, and to be nominated for this it means so much to me, and yeah, it's grateful for this.
And kind of looking back to that moment, you had talked about you just needed that mental break. It was just time to step away. You got that itch back. You come back to Philadelphia. Did you kind of expect things to go the way they did, especially this season where you have become a pretty relied upon guy, a regular, and just Tortorella's had nothing but good things to say?
Yeah, you know what? That's what you work towards. That's what I was working towards coming back to the game, and I knew I could be a consistent NHLer, and but someone in my circumstances, you need to prove that every day, and to get that opportunity from Chuck a few years ago, and not under necessarily knowing what that looked like, and being in the opening night lineup a few years ago, and then getting those games in, and then ultimately coming this year, and playing almost every night. It was great. It felt great to feel good about your game, and consistency, and that confidence, and so yeah.
I know you didn't get to play last night, but when we asked Justin about some of the guys who he's really proud of in the locker room, you're one of the first people he mentioned. So what did last night mean to you, and what has Justin Brown meant to you?
Yeah, I mean, I did play last night, by the way. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, but I did. Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't get to see you.
No,
last night,
I know. I'm just messing. Yeah, I mean, Bronner's he's such a class guy. He's one of those guys you root for, and he's such a good pro, and such a good locker room guy, and I was emotional last night, like, cause you could just tell, like, what it meant to him to play in that game, and after the game, he's emotional, and rightfully so. What a career he had, and I have so much respect for him, and to be his D partner in the last game too was special, and to have his dad on the bench in the first. I mean, you can't write a better story than that, and props to Torts for pushing that, and I'm sure he had a blast, and it's one of those memories for Just that I'm sure he'll never forget, and to have a send off like that I'm sure was really special. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about Just.
Sorry, too focused on Ron when he was on the ice instead of you.
Oh, all good. I'm just messing with you.
Speaking to John Tortorella a week ago, he said that he feels like you have been one of the best defensemen on the team in your role. How have you, I guess, mentally just approached your job, being on the third pairing, but being consistent in that role every single night?
Yeah, I think just having confidence in what I'm going to bring every night, I think was big for me, and know what kind of impact I'm going to make, and what I'm going to bring, and that's that compete, and kind of do whatever it takes kind of mentality, and I certainly know my role. I think Torts was gave me my role early on in the year, and I kind of dove into that, and I think me and Torts mesh really well. I think a lot of it has to do with the fit, and where I was certain areas I was placed this year where I hadn't been previously, I think, and just I think Torts guys, he respects guys who work hard and kind of put their head down, and do the right things, and try to compete every night, and do those little things. So yeah, obviously that's nice to hear, and but yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of positives coming out of this year. So
Nick, you guys made some nice strides this year, the whole team defensively. but you still finished in the bottom third of the league in defense. What has to be done to move that up and to improve on that and get at least into the middle third?
Yeah, I think, like you said, we improved this year, so that's all we could have done, and is keep improving. So I think consistently, our consistency in the D zone is important, and I thought there were stretches where we were super consistent this year with our D zone coverage and really buying in, and I think that's all it is this summer, and for next year, is just doing those little things and continuing to buy into that process of being better defensively, and then ultimately it'll help you offensively. So
I guess following up on that, looking at it from a more individual standpoint, how do you plan to approach this offseason, with the goal of sustaining, the improvements that you made in this year?
Yeah, I'm not approaching this offseason any differently. I obviously go into the summer, expecting to work extremely hard and, working on the things that, I think I need to work on and improving on the things that I thought I improved on. So, I think, same mindset as I've always had, in my career in the summers, and that's a time to go to work and work on the things that you need to work on and building that confidence and bringing that confidence that you had this year into next. So.
Going back to John Tortorella for a moment, when we talked to him the other day about the Masterton nominee and kind of explained what the definition of that was, immediately he said, that's Nick Seeler right there. What is that, and you talked about it a little bit, that relationship been like between you and Tortorella, just with the opportunity that he's kind of given you this year? Yeah,
like I said before, it's been great. We haven't had, very many conversations, one-on-one, but I have a ton of respect for Torts and what he's brought to this team, and the accountability that he expects from his players and coaching staff and himself, really. So he's a guy that you need to continually earn respect from. It's not one of those things where you play a few games and obviously you have his respect and trust, and I think that's something that you need to continue to work on, and so that's having that mindset. I think it's been good, and I'll have the same mindset going into next year. So
you didn't get to play with Cam York a ton this season, but just getting to know him both on the ice and off the ice, how much have you seen him grow this season in particular?
Yeah, I think he made tremendous strides this year, and it's exciting. He's such a good kid, and he's obviously him coming up a little later in the season, and you could just see the confidence in him, and change in his consistency and his ability to skate up the ice and move the puck, and it was fun to see. So it's he was definitely a bright spot, and one of those young guys that this team needs. So, it's fun to see. He's just one of the, many young guys that we have that, made big strides this year, and it's exciting for the future.
You're obviously a guy who understands your role, and it's well defined and you execute it. So to also in the same season score probably the highlight goal of the year. How much fun did you and the guys have at that moment?
Yeah, that was fun. Obviously I wish we would have got the win. It was kind of it was fun, but it wasn't as fun as it could have been, I guess, if we won the game. But that was something I'll remember for a long time. That was I got quite a few texts on that, and that was fun.